Thank you.
Mr. Wolfowitz, as a key architect of the Project for a New American Century, you co-authored a document calling for a new American empire around the world.
There's an attempt to tie a whole lot of things that are going on now back to a document that was drafted by my staff when I was in the first Bush administration that people portray as somehow a project for American empire. It is important step.
You Nazi son of a bitch! You should be tried for treason! You Nazi son of a bitch! You lying motherfucker! You murderer! You fucking you should be hated! Fuck you Nazi motherfucker!
Speaking of thinking alike, you were a member or are a member of the Project for the New American Century, correct?
I am.
Were or am?
We're and am.
A group of Washington heavyweights, almost all of them neoconservatives, formed an organization called the Project for the New American Century.
How's that project coming?
Well, it's...
How's the New American Century?
I think
Looks good to me. Right?
You see who pulled up in the white car? I shot that dude in the white car.
Unrest in Syria takes a new turn.
Some rebel.
I think I'm speechless.
Project for the New American Century.
Project for New American Century.
Come on, it's a fantastic New American Century, right?
Please have a good day, Fred. Mr. Project for New American Century.
Neocon conspirator tells all.
Robert Kagan. We're not an unselfish nation. We blend our idealistic motives and our self-interested motives. You know, we're a nation of human beings, and human beings are selfish people.
I confess.
It may be necessary for powerful nations sometimes to violate even its own rules in order to further the order.
Yes, we neoconservatives have succeeded in brainwashing the leaders of the United States using nefarious mind-controlling techniques.
Well, I think we're doing okay.
Robbie, Wolfowitz, Cheney, Pearl.
Those techniques include writing articles, circulating letters, giving speeches, and appearing on television.
Yeah, real conspiracy. You say something in public and actually may have an impact on the public debate.
Because the Soviet Union disappeared, we need a larger force, ironically, than we did during the Cold War, because
if you want a really good arms race, then Russia's the right one to do it with.
The world has descended into some element of chaos since the end of the bipolar world. I don't look back, nostalgically on the Cold War, but there's no question we have had to respond to this growing chaos ever since.
This is the Cold War. The Cold War has begun again.
I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me.
The Project for a New American Century is back.
Foreign Policy Initiative is a nonpartisan, not-for-profit 501c3 organization.
They've just kind of moved on to their new attempt to rebrand themselves.
Would you be concerned that everybody knows everybody and they're all, different parties working behind the scenes together?
Paranoia is a great quality in America.
The Assistant Secretary's family here, including her husband, Bob.
I think the people outside Washington perhaps have a more cartoonish view of things than those of us who've worked in Washington for a long time.
Thank you for the confidence that you and President Obama have shown in asking me to take on EUR. Senator McCain, Congressman Keating, Deputy Secretary Talbot, Secretary General Solana, ambassadors, colleagues, friends, thank you all for being here.
It's a community. It's a small community.
Finishing the work of a Europe whole, free, and at peace.
We've invested over $5 billion to assist Ukraine in